Hello students, how are you all? Today I welcome you in my class and we are going to cover a chapter of English book of yours and the chapter titled Plastic Bag Meanness. Firstly, what is the meaning of meanness? Meanness is something which possesses a threat or danger to our environment, and the most dangerous thing nowadays is plastic. Yes. Okay, so before going to the chapter, I would like to unravel the secret of the chapter. Okay, so that your interest will be with me and we'll be reading the chapter in detail. So the story is about a determined young woman named Charu who takes it upon herself to make her neighborhood cleaner. This story is revolving around a young and determined woman named Charu, and what she determined to keep her neighborhood clean and environmentally more responsible. Now let's see ahead. She faces oppositions from some of her neighbors. What is the meaning of oppositions? Whenever we go to do something, there are people who supports us and also there are people who opposes us. Okay, so when Charu decided to make the neighborhood cleaner, she also faces some of the oppositions, but she was determined. She didn't lose the hope. She continued her work, and let's see how she faces the opposition and still keep working for the environment. Some of her neighbors, but ultimately succeeds in bringing about a positive change in her community. So what she ultimately, because she didn't give up, so she ultimately succeeds in bringing about a positive change in her community. So the story is revolving around the woman who is a very positive minded, determined, and she contributed in making the environment a little more friendly. Okay, I hope the gist of the story is clear to you, and now we are going ahead in the story with a full detail. Okay, so let's read. Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a determined young woman named Charu. The adjective used with Charu are determined, young woman. These are the adjectives used for the Charu, who had a mission to keep her neighborhood clean. So the mission of the Charu was to keep her neighborhood clean. She wanted to buy recycling bins to encourage her neighbors to dispose of their trash responsibly and help to reduce pollution. And why? How did she wanted to make the neighborhood clean? We all know that recycled bins are of better use than the non-recycled, because the bins which can be recycled will not cause a threat to the environment, but the plastic bins are possessing a greater threat to the environment, as the name of our chapter suggests, plastic bags meanness. Okay, so we have to keep in mind she wanted to buy recycling bins to encourage her neighbors to dispose of their trash responsibly and help to reduce the pollution. What happens when we just dispose of the trash randomly on the roads? That trash creates foul odors which will create infections and diseases to the children playing around, and to the air. It also causes air pollution, right? So she wanted to make it a pollution friendly area. However, not everyone in the neighborhood shared her vision, but again, not everyone in the neighborhood has the vision as the Charu. Okay, so Charu is going to speak here, and what she is speaking, I want to make our neighborhood clean and green. Let's buy recycling bins and keep our street tidy. Okay. So Charu says, I want to make our neighborhood clean and green. let's buy recycling. So she is suggesting the neighbors, so let's buy recycling bins and keep our street tidy. Tidy, that means clean and well maintained. The dump should be disposed of in the bins only, not on the street. Charu worked tirelessly, going door to door to collect donation from her neighbors. And why was she collecting the donation? She was collecting the donation from neighbors for purchasing the recycle bins. Okay. Most people were supportive. So most of the people in the neighborhood were supportive, but not all were supportive, right? But there was, let's see, a neighbor, Mr. Sharma. So now the next twist in the story is about Mr. Sharma. Mr. Sharma, who continued to throw his garbage on the street despite of Charu's effort. Mr. Sharma has no effect of continuous efforts of Charu. She tirelessly kept working and make people understand, but still Mr. Sharma continued to throw his garbage on the street despite Charu's effort. He didn't pay any attention to Charu. Mr. Sharma, I don't see the point of those bins. What Mr. Sharma is saying? I don't see the point of those bins. It's easier to just toss it on the road. Mr. Sharma is talking like a kid here. What he is saying, that it's easier to throw the anything like the garbage or trash on the road. Okay, he doesn't see any point in using the bins. The situation become more challenging. But again, the situation become more challenging when her neighbors Jaya and Farhan, when Jaya and Farhan and few other people also started to behave in the manner Mr. Sharma was behaving, the situation become more challenging, because earlier Mr. Sharma was not following. Later on, Jaya and Farhan also started following. They also said, yeah, Mr. Sharma is right and there is no point in using recycle bin, which created a chaos on the roads. Mr. Sharma, bad example. Mr. Sharma was setting a bad example in the neighborhood. They would toss candy wrappers. So now what started after Mr. Sharma? Jaya and Farhan and other people also started tossing candy wrappers on the street, on the road, empty bottle and crumbled papers on the sidewalk. And what happened when we just toss things randomly on the street or the roads? It making it difficult for others. If you are not keeping your things properly and just tossing it around, what will happen? The other people will also face problem. That's what happening. To walk without stepping on the litter. When there is all the litter, all the trash around, it would be really difficult for the other people to walk on the road without walking on the litter, and the litter creates a lot of problem, pollution, diseases, infections. Okay, so Mr. Sharma was really setting a bad example. So now what do you think? What would have happened? Charu must have given up? No. She was a determined lady. Let's see how she faces these challenges. Jaya, Mr. Sharma is right, Charu. Bins won't make a difference. What Jaya said? Mr. Sharma is right. Bins won't make any difference. So Jaya also thought that the using bins, recycle bins, won't be making any difference. But is it so? Let's see. Charu couldn't stand the growing mess. Charu was so much into the thoughts that I know if this is the situation going to be, there will be more people who will be following Mr. Sharma, and then the situation will be worse. Yes. And knew it was a time to address the issue. So now Charu understood that now I cannot just sit idle. I have to take this matter into concern, and this is the time to address the issue. And this line indicates that Charu has thought something and now she is going to take some step in order to make her vision clear to others as well. Okay students, let's see how. She called a neighborhood meeting at the local park. This also happens In our societies as well, when there is an issue going on, few people are in support to this and few people are in opposition to this, right? Then what happened? Most of the member of the team of the society, they called a meeting collectively, discussed the issue and come to a conclusion. So also she called a neighborhood meeting at the local park. And where was the meeting held? At the local park, and spoke to everyone about the importance of keeping their community clean. And Charu knew that unless people won't understand the importance of bins, they are not simply going to follow her. So she wanted to make everyone clear and aware about what will be the benefits of using the recycled bins suggested by her. Okay. She explained how important it is to use recycle bin and how improper disposal of trash could harm the environment and lead to diseases. So Charu explained how the improper disposal of trash, which was being done by Mr. Sharma and the few other people, could harm the environment and lead to diseases. So after hearing all these points, people must have given a thought to this. Charu, we can't ignore this problem. She mentioned that we can't ignore this problem. Our environment is at risk. Our environment is at risk. The earth is our planet. The environment is our home. And we cannot put our environment at risk. And so are our health and safety. Because if our environment is at risk, ultimately we are also going to affect. Our health is also going to affect. And if the health is not well, we cannot enjoy anything. We cannot have a good body and a good mind. So it is very important for us, not just our ethical need, but also the important need for us to survive in a better environment and be healthy and safe. So she explained this point in front of all the neighbors. People at the meeting were moved by Charu's passion and began to understand the consequences of their action. When Charu explained all this in detail, what happened? This resulted in the change of people perceptions. Okay, people at the meeting were moved by Charu's passion. What is the meaning of were moved by Charu's passion? Like now they started to understand why she was insisting for using the recycled bins. Earlier they were probably not very much aware about the benefits of using them, and began to understand the consequences. Consequences means the results, okay, of their action. Like they understood that if we are not going to listen to Charu, or if we are not going to properly dispose the trash, the consequences or the results will not be in our favor, and that would be ultimately our own loss. Farhan. Now, so Charu also understood this. Now Farhan also, Charu is right. We need to change our ways and keep our neighborhood clean. So the Farhan, who earlier started to follow Mr. Sharma, understood Charu's point. And now what Farhan is saying? Charu is right. Charu is right. So Farhan is mentioning that yes, we need to change our ways and keep our neighborhood clean. Okay. Have you seen here, when we explain our point in a very good manner in front of everyone, people start to pay attention to this. Okay, and they also understand our point. So Charu did this. Let's see next what happened. They decided to support her initiative. Now what happened? When people understood Charu's point of view, they decided to support her initiative and raise funds for recycling bins. Now the people who were earlier against the Charu also decided to support her and to help her in generating or collecting the funds. And the funds were being collected for the recycle bins. Yes. Together they worked hard, organized bake sales and even hosted a neighborhood cleanup day. So what were the steps taken by the people together now? Earlier Charu was working, but now together they were working hard, organized bake sales and even hosted a neighborhood cleanup day, and also they keep a day for as a cleanup day in the neighborhood when people are devoted for the cleaning the society or the neighborhood. Okay, that was the result of the meeting which Charu hosted in the park and explained the importance. With the money that they collected, so what they did? With the money that they collected, they purchased colorful recycling bin. So they collected the money by organizing the events and the bake sale day. They purchased colorful recycling bins and placed them in various locations throughout the neighborhood. We also see that in our neighborhoods, government also make available dustbins, and there are different color dustbins for different trash material. Yes, there is a different color dustbin for the dry waste and a different color for the wet waste. I would like all of you to request to all of you that you should get a deeper knowledge which color dustbin is used for which kind of waste. Okay. Resident 1. These bins will make it easier for us to recycle our waste. So now the resident 1 is saying using these bins is a good idea because these bins will make it easier for us to recycle our waste. Resident 2. Now what resident 2 is saying? Let's all use them and keep our streets clean. So now all of them understood the importance and all were in support of Charu's vision. The change was immediate, and when everyone understood, when all of them were contributing into this, the change was immediate. And what was the meaning of the change was immediate? That means the consequences, the result were being expressed, the result were being seen and feel. Okay. As people started using the bins to separate their recyclables from regular trash. So now what they do? The things which can be recycled were put in a different dustbin, and the things, the regular trash, were put in the different dustbin. Okay. Now Mr. Sharma. Now let's see the person who were against the Charu. What was the view of him? Mr. Sharma. I have seen the light. I have seen the light. That is a phrase here which is being directed that now Mr. Sharma has also understood. He was in dark. He was in a darker vision and was not able to see Charu's vision clearly. But now he said that I have seen the light. These bins make it so convenient. Now he also understood, and what he is saying, yes, these bins make it so convenient. Mr. Sharma too had a change of heart after he saw the positive impact of Charu's initiative. So never give up attitude of Charu also changed the mindset and the heart of Mr. Sharma. He was no more throwing the trash on the streets because he has seen the impact of Charu's vision and how these recycle bins have making their life convenient. Okay. Change of heart after he saw positive impact of Charu's initiative. Okay. Why I am highlighting? Because these are the lines which we need to keep in our mind. He not only started using the recycling bins but also became an active member of the neighborhood cleanup crew. Have you seen here? When one understood your perception, when one is clear about why you want to do this, and if they are in the favor, they would not only support you but they will actively support you. Like in the case of Mr. Sharma, he not only started using the recycling bins but also he became an active member of the neighborhood cleaning crew. Mr. Sharma, I was wrong. What he is saying? I was wrong. Let's keep our neighborhood clean and green. So now what Mr. Sharma is saying? That yes, he was wrong. He accepted that, and now he also wants to keep the neighborhood green and clean. Okay. There are various slogans also used by the government to make us aware. Clean India, Green India. Okay. Right. With time, even Jaya and Farhan joined the cause. Also, the people who were in against other than Mr. Sharma were Jaya and Farhan. With time, when they also saw the impact, they understood the Charu's vision. Jaya and Farhan joined the cause, learning valuable lessons about environmental responsibility. Now they want to be aware about the roles and responsibility toward our environment and the importance of keeping their neighborhood clean and why it is important to keep our neighborhood clean. Now they were eager. They themselves want to learn the values and inculcate, because now they all were aware about the Charu's vision. They understood that what Charu is saying is correct. Okay. Charu's determination and the collective effort of community made their neighborhood a cleaner and more pleasant place to live. So now the chapter is going to end with explaining the conclusion of Charu's effort. Okay. So Charu's determination, determined was an adjective which was very correctly used with Charu. Okay. And not only Charu, later on, because all the member of the neighborhood, most of the member joined Charu. Okay. The collective efforts of the community made their neighborhood a cleaner and more pleasant place to live. That means the society or the neighborhood of the Charu was a better place than earlier. Okay. The story of their transformation showed, please understand this, the story of transformation. What is the meaning of transformation? Change. When we transform into something else, because people, why people transform? Because earlier they were unaware, they were in dark, now they were in light. Now they have understood. They also want to learn more about their responsibilities to the environment, right? So now the people have transformed, and it showed how a group of people can come together to make a positive change in their community. It's not very tough work to do. When a number of people come together for a good cause, the impact is very clear. The impact can be seen. Okay. Inspiring others to do the same. So what happens when a group of people do something good, and when people start to appreciating them, realizing that yes, these people are doing good, the other people also get motivated. Okay, and that's how the good thing, the goodness flows in the community. Okay, so in this chapter we have learned everything about the chapter, and at the end the moral was if you are standing for a good cause, you should be determined. You can face few oppositions in your life, but eventually if you don't give up, you will get succeeded. Okay, and once people will understand your perception or your points, they will not only just support you, but they will actively learn and would try to be like you. Okay, now coming to the sight words. Sight words in this chapter was is a past form of is. Okay, her is a pronoun used for females, and we use when we have to connect two different things or two different people, right? Bins, something in which we put the trash. Okay, to is a preposition. The is an article, okay, which we use in front of something very renowned or special, the Taj Mahal, the sun, right? See and they. See, to look at something, and they is again a pronoun which is used for a group of people. They are going to walk or they are going to park. When there is a group of people or there are many people, for plural the pronoun used is they. Okay. Next, moving to keywords of this chapter. The first, from the title, menace, a person or thing that is likely to cause harm, a threat. Okay, and nowadays the most common and the most dangerous threat is plastic. We should reduce the use of plastic and we should switch to the jute or paper bags. Okay, determined was an adjective and which was used with Charu in the chapter. A strong desire and resolve to achieve a specific goal or objective. Determination or determined is a feeling, a very strong desire. When you want to do something and you are very sure about it, no matter what your friends say, sometimes your parents also say, sometimes your friends, no, I don't think you are good at it. But when you are determined, you won't give up and you will keep doing it and you will achieve. Okay, so it is a strong desire and resolve to achieve a specific goal or objective. And kids, we have to keep determination. Without determination, we cannot achieve the goals. Mission. Mission, a purpose or task that one is determined to accomplish. So, we have a determination for a specific mission. The mission of Charu was to make the neighborhood a better place, a more environmental responsible place, right? So, mission is a purpose. There should be a purpose. Okay, with purpose comes determination, and that purpose is our mission. We want to succeed into it. Crumpled, to become wrinkled or folded. Sometimes what happened, we just tear out the rough paper and just crumple it, and that become wrinkle. So crumple is to become wrinkled and folded, okay, like the crumpled paper. Sidewalk. Sidewalk is a paved pathway alongside in our roads or street. In the side there is a path that is called sidewalk. Okay. Mess. Messy. It is a state of disorder or untidiness. We have to keep our bag, school bag, organized. If we don't keep books and notebooks properly, the bag will be messy. Our decks will be messy. So messy is a state of unorganized or disorder or untidiness. Consequences. Results. The outcome or results of an action. And every action has a result or consequences. Okay. I hope now you are aware about the whole story, the characters, the morals and the mission of Charu. Okay. And also aware with the word meanings and the keywords which were used in the chapter. Thank you all of you for your attention.